My name is Swani and I make weekly lifestyle videos, PR videos, writing a book. Anyway, this video is going to be great because it's going to be about manifestation and how I have manifested so much in my life. So before you're like, oh my god, not another girl on YouTube talking about manifestation, I want you to stick around because so maybe you don't really believe in manifestation, but you've already kind of manifested some things in your life that you might have not noticed that you did. So we'll talk all about that, and I'm also going to share how I manifested my book and getting a book publisher. If you're a subscriber that has watched my videos and you kind of followed me for a while, you know that most of my tips are like pretty practical in terms of like career and stuff like that, but I want to talk about spirituality and manifestation today because I think it's such a big part of who I am and of becoming successful and like getting what you want. All of the practical things are necessary and matter, but this is a huge component and this is like half of the work. First thing, you've already manifested something in your life, and I realized this when I read the book Into the Magic Shop. That book taught me that from a young age we're already manifesting and we're already kind of accepting things and not accepting things, like we're setting kind of the tone for things, and it's not something to be super stressed out about. It's just something for you to realize. So I kind of, when I was reading that book, I thought about something that I had manifested in my life, and that was going to college. So when I was in high school, I really wanted to go to college out of state, or at least like not in my own town, like not in Miami, because I wanted a different experience. I wanted to kind of see what else was out there. I hadn't really traveled that much, so I really like put all of my energy into going to college out of state, and I would like visualize myself somewhere else, and I did like all the work to kind of get there. So that happened for me. I ended up going to college in Hampshire College, which was a great thing for me to do, and also they gave me like such a great scholarship to be able to go there. So I'm super like always grateful for my school, and I think it was like the perfect school for me. So part of the reason why I think I was able to go to school out of state, and it wasn't like I had like money to pay for it, like I definitely had to apply to scholarships and I had to like get good grades and get good test scores and stuff like that. So I definitely like did everything I had to do and then kind of just counted on like the universe to like lead me there. But I didn't have a plan B. Like going to college in this town was not like at all ever like an option for me. I just didn't want to stay here. I knew that like I needed to go somewhere else and I needed that experience. So that was like never an option for me. So I did everything that I could to like convince my mom that that was a good idea, to like get all the scholarships that I needed, to figure it out. Like I just kind of figured it out because staying here wasn't an option. This is going to be a little bit controversial for some of you if you're a big planner or if you're big on like having different plans. I don't normally function with plan Bs. I have like my plan A, and like that's the plan. It's not to say that I'm not flexible and that things always go my way, because they certainly don't, but that's to say that I have an end goal of what I want to do. Like when I was in high school, I wanted to go out of state for college. Now I want to write my book and I want to be able to sustain myself the way that I want to share what I want to share with people and be able to like sustain this life. And that's my end goal, right? But in the meantime, like if I am having a hard time getting there, I need to be flexible with the way that I reach that end goal. Having that mentality has always worked for me because it allows me to work with the universe, it allows me to work with God, with whatever is the higher power or whatever you consider the higher power, to sort of get to my end goal, but to be flexible in the way that I'm getting there. But the end goal is still always gonna be the same. I think that has really worked well for me, as well as like just being stubborn and like just wanting to get to that place. But in like this whole process of writing my book and all of this, like I've had to have so much patience because things are not going in my timeline, but I'm still gonna get that done, right? Like my end goal is still like finish the book, publish the book, make sure people see the book, and whatever is happening right now, it's just like the way that I'm just navigating this process of getting to my end goal. So keep that in mind. So I come from an immigrant background, so I do have like a subconscious like lack mentality that I've noticed and that I'm trying to work on now, like these past like 2-3 years, because obviously like I wasn't brought up with having everything, like, but I didn't have like the thing, like I had just enough, right? Like I had just the things that I was supposed to be having for school, and like the clothes that I wanted. Like I never had like the brand stuff or like the things that everybody else was wearing until like probably like later on in high school, where my family was a little bit better off. But anyway, like we as humans have limitations and lack based on our past experiences, but the universe has no limitations. That's something that I work on every day, to let go of my limiting beliefs and like let go of control, because the universe already knows what I want and is responding to it. So I need to kind of just let it do its thing and let go of trying to control like how it's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, like, you know, all that stuff. So what I've been doing lately is every morning I wake up and I repeat certain mantras, and from this video that I watched that Gabby Bernstein says, but you can honestly pick whatever video works for you, like whatever YouTube video that you connect with, because not everybody connects with the same person. I connect with Gabby Bernstein, but a lot of people won't. So just pick your person and pick a video that you're gonna do like every morning where you try to like say these affirmations. So for me, like affirmations have been very important lately, and I've been saying a lot like I let go of my limiting beliefs, because we place a lot of limits on ourselves and a lot of timelines and, you know, whatever. But I just want to make sure that whatever I do is aligns with a higher good, and I know, and that's always going to be something that you want to do, because whatever is aligned with the higher good is going to be something that you're going to love to do anyway. So either way, you're going to be #winning. You'll get to the point where you're like walking down the street, like I was walking down the street the other day, and I was so concerned about when I was going to finish the book and how everything was going to turn out and whatever, and I was just like, okay, stop, and I was just like, wait, the universe like has my back. Like literally everything is happening in my favor, everything is happening for me. And so like even if you say that in the morning, or if you say that at that moment and you don't really believe it, eventually that becomes part of your story and you are going to believe it, and things are going to be happening for you like all the time. So yeah, so I've been reading the book Super Attractor by Gabby Bernstein. It's great if you are into this, or if this speaks to you, and if you're in a place where you're ready to open up and receive it, then I definitely check out that book. Speaking of Gabby Bernstein, so the reason I manifest, I owe her like my book, I swear. But the reason I feel like I've manifested my book and my publisher so fast was because I was like, after COVID, I was like laid off from my job, and like I didn't know what I was gonna do next, but I knew that I always wanted to write a book, but I thought that that wouldn't come so soon, or that wouldn't be something that I've been doing so soon in my life. So Gabby Bernstein had this masterclass, and I was not really doing anything, so I decided to apply for the scholarship to take the class because I couldn't afford it. It was like too expensive for me to afford. Anyway, I got the scholarship, and the first part of the class, like the first module in the class, is a visualization meditation. So basically what you do is like you sit down for 20 minutes. She sort of guides you to imagine yourself like how you want to be, and imagine yourself like publishing your book and writing your book and like finding a publisher and like all of this like imagining. And so one important thing that I have to say about that course, because a lot of like this manifestation stuff can be very like wishy-washy. So sometimes I'll read something or I'll see something and I'll be like, oh, like I don't know about this, I don't know if I like believe this. But the way that I approached that course, like I made it a point before I even started like the first module to say I'm gonna approach this with an open heart, and I'm gonna let everything that it has to teach me like get to me. Like I'm not gonna block it, I'm not gonna think that, I'm not gonna be critical about it, I'm not gonna be cynical about it. So that's how I approached the course. So when I first did the visualization, like I really sort of saw myself there and saw myself like doing what I wanted to do and just doing it now. And I kid you not, like that weekend I met my publisher. Like it was so crazy. I was hanging out with my friends at a tea bar in South Beach, and I had a mutual friend that was like jumping between tables because of COVID. We couldn't all sit together. But there was like a bunch of people that I didn't know at another table, and that was where he was. And then my mutual friend was kind of like introducing everybody to each other, and then we kind of like just sort of sat around each other, and I started talking to him. Well, actually my friend Maria was talking to him, and she goes to me, oh, he's a publisher. And I go, oh my god, I have a book. Like I literally have a book to pitch you. And it was just so casual, and it was a great way for me to connect with him, just from like a place of like, I'm a person who has this idea, and like I want to, there was no like formal sort of pitching or anything. I was just like, I already knew what book I wanted to publish. I knew that like I had been writing already. I had already worked in magazines. I had already created a magazine when I was in school. And that's something that I also want to say. So luck, there's this quote that says, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Is that the quote? yeah, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. And I felt like after that whole like meeting him, like I met him and I said, hey, I have like a book to, I really want to write this book and I want to write it, like and I think he saw that I wasn't interested in like the financial aspects of it. Like obviously I need to make a living, but I really wanted to write this book for other women, and I think he saw that. So it was so great for me to be able to connect with him in person and kind of say that. And he was like, okay, send me your proposal, send me your idea. And then when I sent it to him, he was like, okay, I like it, it's great, I'll publish it. And so then like after that, everything else happened, and obviously now I'm working on the book. But that's what I'm saying, like luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. I was so prepared and I didn't even know that that was gonna happen that day. Like I don't know, like it was just so crazy. After I had done that like manifestation, visualization, meditation, a couple of days later I meet this publisher, like literally like just put right there in front of me, and I talked to him about like the things that I've done and how I want to write this book. He like sees it, like he sees the idea, and then all of a sudden like here I am. So I love the story of how that happens, because it just happens so quick. And sometimes like things will happen like that, things will happen really quick in your life if you're kind of ready for them. So I hope that the story has inspired you to be able to manifest a career, a job, like whatever you want, like whatever you see yourself in, like to be able to get there, and to always be prepared, because you never know who you're gonna meet, when you're gonna meet them, and to always just like be open to like meeting new people, and be just open, like stay open to life, stay open to manifesting, listening to these sort of like visualization things, even if you don't believe them. Like stay open to receiving that from the universe, because it's gonna like bring you so many beautiful things onto your life, and it's gonna just get you in like a positive mindset every day. Like you're gonna live a great life every day, even if you're like not there yet. I really hope you like this video. I hope you learned from it. I hope it inspired you, and I hope that you'll get to manifesting and thinking about the life that you want, and thinking about how it's inevitable that you are gonna get there. Yeah, I hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you back here next time.